Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the best legendary weapons in the game in terms of how badass they are, how much effort are they in their skins, right? How you acquire them, how meaningful they are, and of course how good they look, alright? So let's talk about them. We're just going to start with the Gen 1s because they all have collections to them and they're all buyable. What does that mean? That you can buy them from another player that crafted them for you, right? So there is, every Gen 1 has a bit of a disadvantage in the terms of that if you have one, you're not really showing off in terms of like, wow, I made this myself, I'm so badass, I did this collection. You're only saying, I may have done it, or maybe I bought it from another player, right? But I think because of the fact that they still have collections that you can do, which are the quests in this game, still have a little bit of lore behind it and a little bit of effort if you made it yourself, so I will consider that as well. Let's start with, you know what? Let's start with the best Gen 1. Uncontested best Gen 1 Eternity. Not only, guys, well, I don't actually have this one. Not only is it made out of two weapons, right? Twilight and Sunrise, but it changes between Sunrise. Well, I guess the trail will the little trail on your foot will be different than Sunrise and Twilight. It'll be a mixture between both of them, but also it changes between Sunrise and Twilight, right? Depending on if it's the day or the night in the game, right? Depending on what it is, if it's night, it'll be Twilight, if it's day, it'll be Sunrise, right? It's very cool. It's made out of two, and of course, it just looks very, very cool. Like this little like trail that is kind of like a paintbrush showing out the sky, and the sky looks different regarding the way you face the greatsword, right? It's really, really cool, and the fact that you can merge two of them to make the best greatsword, you know, the big greatsword with both on them, it's very, very cool. I really, really like it, and the only bad thing about this, it would be like the best weapon ever if it were not buyable in the trading post, honestly. But because of that, I think it has to be like considered, even if it's an S tier, because it's very iconic in the game. I think there's gonna be some other ones that are gonna be better than them. And of course, Sunrise and Twilight, I'm gonna put them on A because they're very iconic and they look very, very cool. But also, as I said before, even though they have collections, you can just buy them and skip them, which kind of sucks, right? Kind of sucks. Now, next one, a Bolt. I really like Bolt. I think it's a cool weapon. I think it's cool. It's made out of, like, apparently, according to the collection, and the thing you get when you the text you get while when you craft it, it's made out of a dragon, which is pretty cool, pretty badass, and it looks good. You have this little thingy with this. You have this thunder theme on it, right? Your whole character has thunder, and your trail, you will have a little bit of a trail that also will show that. And when you walk, you'll leave little thunder electricity spots on your feet, which is pretty, really cool. It looks very cool. It is made, look, if you can see as well, it has a little bit of like a dragon theme in it, right? It was obviously, it's supposed to have been made out of a thunder dragon, right? Which is very, very cool. And the collection is actually pretty fun. I mean, every Gen 1 honestly has, maybe it's not the best collection, are not the best collections ever, but they still have a collection that you have to do, and it makes the progress through the legendary more meaningful. Of course, you can skip this by buying it from another person, or just buying the precursor from another person, but they're still there if you're interested in those. So I think it's not as good as obviously as Sunrise or Twilight, not as iconic, but I still think it looks good. So I think B tier, high B tier is the way it should go. Then Frostfang. Honestly, Frostfang has to go to the C tier. It's a cool weapon, honestly. It used to be very cool, but honestly, there's so many other legendary weapons that are kind of like icy. That it just becomes not that cool. Now, it is really cool how the little because it's obviously made out of Jormag, right? The ice dragon, right? But it just, I mean, and it's cool how it like moves his mouth, right? The weapon moves his mouth, and I guess you know, it's really cool how it like entails yourself into your arm, right? It kind of corrupts you as well a bit. But honestly, there's so many others that are kind of better. And with the Gen 3s, right, that we're gonna get, and we're gonna get obviously the Jormak version of the Gen 3 axe, right, of the Arene axe. Where's my axe? We're gonna have this version, but in ice. It just, there's not gonna be any reason honestly to get Frostfang, so I think it's gonna be C tier 100%. And of course, there's so many other weapons that also have an icy theme of the Black Lion chest or anything, so it just becomes it's just not worth it, right? Next one of Gen 1s, it'll be Incinerator. What a great weapon! It's so iconic, so very much iconic. It looks very good. We can see it here. Incinerator. Wait, what the fuck? Incinerator. There we go. It looks very cool. Like when you haven't sheeted, it's just nothing, right? It's just like a little hilt. But when you wield it, boom! The flame goes out. It's kind of like a lightsaber, if you will. Very cool. Very badass. Very Char-like. Because apparently a Char engineer made it, which is very badass. It's just a cool weapon. It's a very cool weapon. And I mean, do I have to say anything else? It's just so badass. Yeah. Even though it's a Gen 1, you can buy it. It's so iconic. It's very cool, and you can make some beautiful Star Wars RP with it. And it does look a little bit like if we tried in real life to make an actual lightsaber for Star Wars, you know, like with a flame instead of like actual like light, which is very cool, right? It's very cool, kind of realistic, honestly. Next one is Gw2. I love this legendary. I know a lot of people don't think it's that cool, but I think it's very cool. I mean, it's very good for like, what's the word? It's very cool for in terms of like Sylvari RP, you know, wielding this as a ranger is very badass. I really like how, you know, you have a little bit of a, honestly dude, yeah, this looks very cool on this transmog as well. Like, damn, oh man, like the way when you sew it, there's nothing, right, but then boom, you moon it, and look at all those leaves coming out. Your projectiles also leave as well. It's very cool. I like it. It's not like the most, like the best bow ever, but it's very iconic. It's very creative. I love how the leaves are just floating there, forming the bow. I think it's a cool weapon. Very cool. So A tier, good shot, right? Howler. Honestly, Howler, I don't know where to put it. Honestly, I do like it a lot. I think B tier is probably the best way to put it, but is it that impressive? Like, okay, so when you wield it, you get this little thingy, and of course when you shout, big wolf comes out of the Howl. It's very cool, but is it that much of a cool design? Not that much, right? Of course, the little infusion you get, the little particle effect you get on your character is very cool, but is it that impressive? I don't think so. I think B tier, high B tier is the way to go. I don't think it's that original to go into an A. Then, oh, okay, so walls, of course, Howl. Okay, I get it. So it's Warhorn. Okay, I get it. But it isn't that impressive. I think it's okay. It's not bad. It's just okay. Same with Bolt, right? Metallurgicus. I think honestly, I don't really like the Metallurgicus that much. I think it kind of looks kind of dumb. But honestly, it's just a great design. Look at it, like it's cool design. How, you know, it's kind of like the scepter of the fucking four winds, you know, like of the climate. It's pretty cool, you know, the little how it, like the design is very cool. The world here, the world there, like it's, you know, it's controlling the weather right in the world. That's pretty badass. And like all those mechanisms that move themselves while you're using the weapon, it's just really cool. I guess it doesn't really have, I mean, I guess it has little sparkles kind of, but not that much of a particle effect on it. But I think it's okay. It doesn't really have that much of a trail. I mean, it has a bit. If you can see a little bit of a bluish trail and those little sparkles coming out of the weapon, but it's not that impressive. It's just a cool design as a weapon, and the way the weapon moves, I think it definitely makes it an A tier contender, 100%. Even though I personally do not enjoy it that much. I don't think it's that badass. I don't like it that much. I think it is where it should go. Quip, joke tier. I absolutely fucking hate this weapon. I understand some people like it because they like, you know, they like trolling other people. But like, bro, this is just a this is the fucking party gun in the Gw2 game. Like, why? And look at this fucking purple like fucking joke particle effect on you. It's just kind of dumb. I don't like it. The design isn't that even that cool. It's just a kind of funny legendary weapon for like no reason. Like, it's just so immersion breaking. I don't like it that much at all. And the sound that it produces as well, it just ugh. I don't like it at all. I do not like it. I don't like it. C tier. Yeah, 100% for me. The Bifrost. The Bifrost, usually I would have put it on A, but now that we have a Gen 3s, it's just C tier. Like, who cares about the Bifrost anymore? Like, sure, does it look cool? Yes, but you know what also looked cool? Oh, wait, rifle swords. Bifrost. Bifrost. You know what also looks good? The Gen 3. I mean, the trail is pretty badass, honestly. It is pretty badass. Honestly, that is true. But also, if you want a trail like this, you can just get Arene. I don't have it right now. Arene staff. It looks bigger. It's more badass. It has almost the same trail, and you can transform it into other facets, right? You can transform it into the Scythe facet, into the Mordemoth, into the Promotus when that comes out, into the Claw, into the Jormag one when it comes out. There's like no reason to do the Bifrost instead of the Gen 3. I don't see any reason to do it. So it just gonna have to go to C tier. Next, the Dreamer, another joke legendary. I hate this one as well. Let's put this one at the top though. Bifrost is probably the best one in the C tier. Yeah, the Dreamer is just a meme fucking legendary. Like, who cares about it? Oh, this is the where's the actual one? There we go, the Dreamer. It's just a joke. It's just a fucking joke. It's like, oh, it's a it's a bow with a fucking Pegasus unicorn thing, like on the side. Like, who cares? And it shoots like little unicorns when you when you shoot, and it sounds very very bad. Like, woo! Like it's just, I don't know. It's just, the sound is stupid. You only use it as a troll to troll other people. No one is using this because they think they're cool. It's just a troll weapon. I don't like it. C tier 100%. Flamesacre Prophecies, very cool. I love this one, and not only is it a really cool, it not only looks very cool, it has this little particle effect, you know, it's like a magnetism trying to like get you, you know, get the enemy not to get to you with this like magnetic force, right? Very very cool. And you know, it's like turn off when you're not using it, and then boom, it lights up. Look at that. And it's supposed to be, it has a lot of lore behind it as well. It's supposed to glint, you know, it's supposed to have supposedly Glint wrote the prophecy in this shield, which is very very cool. And I guess I haven't done the collection, but I would guess that the collection probably has something to do with it. Maybe not as much because Gen 1's collections are not that involved, but still very very cool weapon. Looks cool. I really really like it, and it has some beautiful beautiful lore behind it. 100% A tier level. What's next? Juggernaut. I really like Juggernaut as well. Probably should put this like here, like bigger than the other ones. More than Incinerator? Yeah, probably more than Incinerator. No more than the other ones though. Yeah, Juggernaut, I really really like it as well. It's a great design, a really cool idea. You know, kind of having this like very like this metal steel hammer that is also using this metal as liquid metal to like to attack as well. It doesn't show the trail for some reason, but whenever you attack with this, you will have this trail of like liquid metal, which is very very badass. It's the same one that you can see like here, right? Like whenever you wield it, it's a very very cool weapon. I like the trail very much, and I don't know. I think it's a great weapon. I think it looks good. It's not. I mean, it's pretty original. It's not that like, what's the word? It's not creative. It is creative. It's not that iconic to the game for sure, but I think it deserves to be in A 100%. Maybe I like the same one. I could think Metallurgicus is probably better here compared to these other two, but yeah, I think it's definitely a very very good weapon, and I really like it. The Moot. Now, guys, I understand the Moot is probably for you guys it's A, and I would understand that because it has a lot of particle effects, a lot of cool things in it. But honestly, I don't like it. I just absolutely don't like it. Even though it has a lot of effort put into it, I can understand that. I just do not like it. I think it's another joke legendary. Like, it's just a disco ball. I mean, it does look pretty cool in terms of like, if you want this, if you want to be very shiny for sure. I cannot get behind that. I cannot get behind it. And when you walk, you will get this little like disco, disco squares on your feet, which is, I guess, pretty cool for a lot of people. It does look good, and I can appreciate a good design. You know, like, look at all these like little trumpets like like moving around. I think it's a cool design. I just personally think it's so dumb that I can't put it on a. I cannot in good conscience do that. Okay, Predator. Honestly, Predator, it's kind of a horror for me, because do I really like it that much? It's a sniper rifle. That's what it is. It's just a sniper rifle. It looks pretty cool. I mean, honestly, it is pretty cool. The projectile you get, I can't really show it here, but it's kind of like a, what's the word? I mean, we can just YouTube it, because there it is. There's a projectile, right? It's kind of like a laser, right? Kind of a laser. It's kind of a cool. It's very cool, honestly. It is pretty cool, and I do like it. But I don't know. I personally do not enjoy it that much. I understand. I guess if you want a sniper rifle, this is what you're gonna have to get. And it will work very much like that, because you know how sniper rifles work in movies and stuff. It has like this little laser, so it will show this little laser for you, and it will be good RP for sure. So if you like that, I think it is definitely a good idea. Okay. Now, what would I put it? I think. I have to put it on B tier, like high B tier. It's not that impressive, it's not that bad. It is cool, but is it really that cool to have a sniper rifle in your video game? Not that much, I don't think. I think it's okay, it's not bad, but I can't put it on good conscience as an A tier. It's not that creative, in my opinion. The Minstrel. The Minstrel is some S tier shit, okay? Not because, honestly, do I really like the Minstrel that much? Oh wait, what the fuck? Do I really like the Minstrel that much? Not really. I don't really enjoy it that much. I mean, it's a harp. It has these little particles with little music notes, which is pretty cool. And honestly, I am a musician, so I can appreciate it very much. But is it really that cool? Nah. Is it really that cool? That creative? Not that much. But you know what makes it very, very cool? The fact that when you acquire this weapon, you also get an instrument that you can play songs with. Right, so that's just the double package. It's a very, very immersive thing. You buy it, you can also play, not only using this focus, right, but you can also actually play notes, play music in the game. That's very, very badass. That's a very, very cool idea from Incinerator to have done. So I think it has to, just because of that, because of how unique that interaction is, I think it has to go on S tier, even though it's a Gen 1, you can buy it, whatever. I think it's still S tier level 100%. I think we're done with Gen 1s. Oh, I forgot about the the underwater weapons. Now those are very... Oh, Rodgord. I forgot about Rodgord. Rodgord. It's okay. I don't think it's that good. Wait, where's my thingy? There we go. Is Rodgord that good? Nah, it's not that good. Wait, how do I... I mean, it's just a fucking... It's a flamethrower, right? It's a torch that... It's a torch, right? It's a big torch, right? That's all there is to it. So essentially, it does have some lore in terms of like it comes from to some skills in Guild Wars 1, which is definitely some cool things that you can get from it if you play that game. But does it look really, really that good? I don't think so. It's just a torch, right? It's a cool torch, I guess, and I guess you shoot it. When you torch this, oh yeah, you do you do throw the torch. You know, you do throw it when when your ability throws the torch. But is it really that impressive to have like this little like char flaming, like throwing flames out of his mouth in a torch? Not that much, I don't think. I think for that reason, I think it has to go to. Is it C tier or low B tier? I think it has to go B tier. I don't think it's that bad because these ones are completely irrelevant or just jokes. But B tier, I think it's just it's okay. It's not bad. It's just you know, whatever. All right, let's talk about the beautiful underwater weapon ones. We have Frenzy. Ooh, Frenzy. I really do like Frenzy. I do like it because it's like the the version, like the underwater weapon, like the most chill underwater weapon. It's just, you know, you shoot little fishes and the fishes follow you around, and when you shoot with this, the fishes will go out of the weapon to attack your enemy. Very cool. It's just very straightforward, and you know, having your little fishes following you around, I think it's pretty cool. It's a cool design as well. It's kind of like a big fish that shoots other fishes. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think there's anything more than that. I think it's a okay weapon. It's cool. I think it's A tier because it's very original as well. So I don't think it's like B tier level. I think it's A tier level, but it's probably low A tier. It's cool, but it doesn't have that much to it. Now, I forget the name of this one. The names on the underwater weapons, guys, are very confusing sometimes. Okay, forgive me. Cruistkin. Okay, it's made of crates. I do like this one. Honestly, I like the effect it gets. We can show it right now. I really do like the effect that it gives you. You become like this little. Well, it doesn't really show that much, but it will give you a little bit of an infusion in you. And this little, you know, fishes will also follow you around. It's kind of it's a cool weapon, right? It is a cool weapon, but the problem is that even though it is a cool weapon, it's a cool design as well, and you get a lot of a cool infusion on in the water. I can show it right now. I'm gonna show it here because it's not showing on my game for some reason. See, you can have this little. You have this little like water thingies beside you, which is pretty cool. Look at that. It's very badass. But the problem is it doesn't have any projectiles. It doesn't have any projectiles, and that kind of sucks, honestly. Like, the point of a legendary is to have different things, right? And this isn't the case in this weapon. So even though I like the concept of it, I think it has to go to beater just because of that reason. Now, speaking of projectiles, the shark weapon that I forget the name of because it's a long name, okay? Give me a break, guys. It's a long game. It's Kamahuali and oh my god, Kamahuali Kotaki. Okay, Kamahuali Kotaki. That one I really do like. It's pretty badass. Look at that. Look at that beautiful weapon. Very big as well, and it's a fucking shark impaled. An impaled shark. Now you might think that's kind of fucked up, but it is pretty badass. And also look at this beautiful infusion, you know, this little particle effects that your character has. Very cool. And you know what happens when you shoot with this weapon? You shoot sharks, and when you use it as a melee weapon, a big shark comes out of nowhere and just bites the enemy, which is pretty badass. So I think it has to go A tier, high A tier in my opinion. Where is this? Where did I leave the tier list? They close it, that's one. There we go. Very weapon, high I tier. Maybe more than no. I think it's with Incinerator because in terms of badass. Although Incinerator doesn't have two animations, and this one does. So let's put it a bit higher. Yeah, good shot. And that's all the Gen 1s, and of course the underwater weapons. Now, all of these other Gen 2s are essentially weapons that only are made out of with no collections. Only you just have to craft them yourself by completing the map and then crafting it, right? Let's talk about the last one and the worst one, the worst legendary in the game, Cloud of Connor. Now, Cloud of Connor could be the best one. It's about the Connor, the leader of the char. It's pretty badass. It should be pretty badass, but Cloud of the Connor. Here we go. So as you see, the little infusion you get, it's pretty badass, right? Pretty cool. It has also infused those little like gems representing probably the legions, if I were to guess. And when you use it, you have this little like very cool very cool alright, that was it. That was Gen 1 and underwater weapons, and tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, next week we'll get the Gen 2s and as well Gen 3s for a tier list. Follow the stream, subscribe to the channel, And see you around for more, guys. Have a good one.